he's going to have to be mobile. Will his mobility be limited here tonight?
This is what it's all about. Right hand to the body on Jacobs, and you see when Canelo is able to connect, he drives the entire Daniel Jacobs. I rarely see Sergio. Good hook to the head and a right hand from Canelo. Both men like to slug. They can brawl, or they can then have great success. It seems like, a gimmick most often. I rarely had Sergio. You've been in there twice with Daniel Jacobs. What are you looking for early on here in the first round?
My opponent, a different look, but I wouldn't really fight off that southpaw stance too long. But guys now he gets powered by that, but I think he's doing that because he knows that Canelo is going to be looking from that angle.
Yeah, but you have to be really disciplined. Fourth round of the Golovkin fight, he switched southpaw, and but
that was against a different level of competition in Rocky Fielding. There's also strafing combination by Jacobs, beautiful. Jacobs with here, 1 minute in, and just a feeling out process, mutual respect from both fighters. Jacobs, by the way, was once the golden child. Canelo is the golden
shots, the both of them.
Both are methodical. Good jab work there by Daniel Jacobs, getting gloves champion 4 times, bolted to a 20-0 pro record. And then the hand as he backs Jacobs up into the ropes. His spine and his life was never the same, but he is back all these years later and fighting just thudding power from Canelo Alvarez.
I like that stabbing jab that
his life. Good work to the body there, going in with the hook. It looks like both men are just trying to find distance at this point.
Both men are respecting each other, but they're keeping, if I'm telling you, Daniel Jacobs, even though you block those shots, he has that brute strength and that
question. Jacobs trying to double up on the jab. Canelo with the answer. Again, and if you're scoring this fight, I believe we have very good judges.
Right back to the middle of the ring. That's where he wants to stay this entire fight. And rounds like these were
time around for Canelo and Golovkin. And they are going to have to try to
or just jabs or something like that, because he needs to put these rounds in the bank.
Just by touching, right? If he can just interesting championship round. And the right hand to the body from Canelo Alvarez.
If you can win a quiet round and put that in the bank.
A lot of celebrities here. Usher is here. This is the event. Absolutely right, Sergio. We could have a blockbuster 9th round. It counts just as much as this. Canelo Alvarez now owns Cinco de Mayo, of course, the golden boy.
This week, he knows that Canelo's fast, but he believes he can be timed, and that's what he's going to be looking for.
Jacobs goes Hall of Famer, promoter as well, of course. Promoter for Canelo Alvarez. Interesting round 1, difficult to score. Difficult to...
Extremely fast. He might have the fastest hands in the middleweight division. I thought he used that effectively when going to the
championship fight night, round number 5, middleweight championship of the world. It has been fascinating, so interesting feeling out process. Chris Mannix, you're trying to score this fight. How would you score round 1?
I gave 2 rounds to 139-36 for Canelo Alvarez. His accuracy is the
copy box stats. 4 of 20 for Canelo. 8 of 30.
Enough punches put together to make an impact on Canelo.
And Canelo continues just to snare. Now they try to get a little physical, forearm to the neck from Canelo Alvarez. Just make this guy miss. But look at this. He continues to do so. Floyd Mayweather, Joe, as well. If he can't quite get him to the body, he'll whack him on the hip.
Jacobs is looking to count. He's doing it while going forward. That's so hard to do. It takes confidence to do that.
And count tries to come in with a hook right away. Feinted with the jab. Canelo looks confident with hooks as Alvarez starts to get into his rhythm.
Canelo coming forward, being
hasn't been able to land too much. But again, this is what it is at the highest level. Good jab there.
Of combinations.
Coming in, looking to slip, and then answer. And then he smells back, got some off balance. We heard in the corner of Canelo Alvarez, Sergio, that they were telling him it is something when you watch.
Well, because Jacobs is probably trying to land something in between, catch Canelo.
Able to box and just make a man miss. Just actually traditionally do,
And if you notice, if you look at their feet for a second, Canelo's inching his way in. The closer better of it.
Now they trade inside and Jacobs able to land. Jacobs looking just to paw with a jab and Canelo not bothering to slip those shots. Almost as if, hey, some drama here in Las Vegas. No fireworks as of yet, but it could happen as a right hand lands. Again, you can see the slipping, waiting to slip and counter. Canelo is consistent,
Stop. I
He's
got you.
Canelo is countering right now.
Canelo difficult to deal with. Not huge shots. Again, good straight jab by both. Another sharp jab, and that landed as well from Alvarez, and a right hand from a jab. We are in chess match territory at this point, sir.
Power jabs to the body, both of them. Canelo returned it with a left hook to the liver there, but those have a...
Both men ready to uncoil and launch. Low. Daniel Jacobs landing right on the belt. Nothing from Tony Weeks. 10 seconds of round number 2. Interesting, so you just don't know. Middleweight championship of the world. Canelo Alvarez defending against Daniel. Championship of the world. Canelo Alvarez has looked outstanding. I thought Chris Mannix, very good point. Both men can...
Daniel Jacobs as well. 87-84 Canelo Alvarez on my card.
Can move. A lot of dimensions on both sides. Brian Kenny, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix here ringside.
That I said earlier, drop me. It was a right hook. He's going for it again.
Jacobs jumped.
Well, right now he's staying patient and poised with his elbows in. I notice his elbows are really in.
Now, whacks him on the hip again. This time, he's eating a lot of shots there.
Landing body shots.
Canelo in his last fight against Rocky Fielding just came through like a buzzsaw. Hard right hand. Canelo landed that. He was way low at 168 pounds in the super middleweight division. Early on, if you look at Canelo's knockout reel,
neither one of these guys are huge volume punches either. They score their points on power.
In, touches him with a right hand. Canelo, though, with a hard right, cuffed him with the hook. Now you see the size difference. Jacobs is the taller man, but there is...
Jacobs is going downstairs with it's a power stabbing jab to the Canelo stomach.
Serge, you are Daniel Jacobs. Do you just let it fly and say, all right, I gotta go?
The fight in the middle of the ring right now. A lot of tension in the air, though.
No question.
Bravado right now. He's standing a little bit in there. He's mixing it up. He's punching Canelo against the ropes.
2 minutes into round number 1.
Jacobs makes his way.
Canelo fighting off the ropes with hard hooks.
And when he does that, Brian, it's shades of Canelo Golovkin.
The nice and quiet, Jacobs should look for trying to win the round with a combination.
This one.
Good body shots there by Jake. Touch him with the jab. And he seems to have that ability. Good body shot there. Jab to the head, and then minute of this round, round 10.